Okay, this is a quick ending explained video for Mr. Queen. Mr. Queen ended with, and if you watch the whole drama, it ended with the king taking over the palace once again. But while he was taking over the palace, So Young and he both got shot, and getting shot sent So Young back to the present 21st century. So back in Bong Hwan's body, and Bong Hwan was completely fine. In the Joseon dynasty, So Young, the actual So Young, came out in her body and said, wow, he's gone. So that signals that So Young was in there the entire time. She was just unable to talk to people. So if you're familiar with the sunken place, So Young was in the sunken place this entire time. It makes perfect sense because throughout the drama, sometimes the queen would almost break character and sound more feminine in some scenes. And at other times, she sounded like a man trying to pretend to be a woman. There is a big difference, and all the credit to the actress who played So Young, because it was a subtlety that I thought she just wasn't sticking with in her acting performance, perhaps, even though she's excellent at everything. But now I think that was done deliberately to show that So Young was definitely still inside that body, and on occasion, she could come out. The time she came out was when it was big emotional stress from her own past. So when she had Hwa Jin and the well, it kind of seemed like she came out there a little bit. Of course, whenever the king was around, she was having the lovey kind of feeling scenes. Sometimes she would kind of come out there a little bit, but of course, sometimes that was also Bong Hwan mixing with her in there a little bit. I just think it was a masterful performance by her. What happened in the future is that So Young and the king ended up straightening out the house in the Joseon period. That led to a constitutional monarchy in Korea. Bong Hwan found out that Choljang is basically the best king ever in Korea. He's, up there with King Sojang. He's just really great in Korea. And he's the one that ushered in democracy in Asian countries. And I think in one of the books that he read, it said that King Choljang was the first person to introduce democracy in the East. And that led to Korea being the hub of democracy in the East, which I think is just really cool. We do not know what else changed in Korea. We only know that Bong is a hero now. He's not a person who's wanted by the police. He's the person that's being protected by the police because Bong fixed the CCTV, which is what led to Han Shil-jang and the other guy getting captured and put in jail, basically. So he's a hero now. When Bong goes out and looks at Seoul, it looks like Seoul is just the regular Seoul, and we see all the bad guys in Korea going to jail on the Jumbotron, which I really like. But we don't know if anything else changed in Seoul. For instance, perhaps Japan never invaded Seoul, perhaps the Korean War never happened, perhaps North and South never divided. We don't know any of those things, but thinking on the bright side, you could just assume, well, maybe a lot of nice things did happen, or maybe the exact same things happened, and but it all led to Seoul being similar, very, very similar to the Seoul that Bong left. Nothing was drastically different. I thought it was an amazing final episode. I was really happy that everyone got their happy endings, but that is what happened at the ending of Mr. Queen. So Young came back to her own body. Bong went back to his body in Seoul. Choljang was the best king in Korea and ushered in democracy. It appears that So Young has the mannerisms of Bong, still has the mannerisms of Bong, but she's combining them with her womanly energy in the body of So Young. All right, the next show we're going to be doing is Vincenzo. If you watched Mr. Queen, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll catch you on the next drama.